Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Habakkuk. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same, teaching the same. All right. Okay. This, this is another point I also wanted to make of this video. Lambacking off of the elder brother Manak the Zakba. All right. And the title of this lesson will be don't ask, don't ask or tell, brothers, well, don't ask about brothers' personal relationships with their woman, okay? That's more likely going to be the title of the lesson. All right. I repeat, don't ask about brothers' personal relationship with their woman. Okay? Now if that particular brother decides, he wanna come to a certain brother or a group of brothers about a particular thing, that's on him. Okay? If he wanna bring his personal business and have, need answers and things like that, that's on him. All right. So we're gonna play this quick. I'm gonna play like probably a minute, so from 17 minutes and 22 seconds to probably 18:22 mark, and get some precepts and close out.
The time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. You gotta be paying attention. You gotta walk circumspectly. And I want to go back real briefly. She said that when they went into counseling, that she basically saying that it was unfair because they're gonna vote for the man, or they're gonna go for the side of the man, right? They always listen to the man's side because they're misogynistic. Your dumb goofy ass took her to be counseled by a Hebrew like elder, which he ain't got no business getting in your business. That's why when you different guys, the outside of the truth, when you come or you be watching videos and you say, my wife did this, we need counsel, we tell you, nah, you take care of your own business. That's your house. That's why you brothers out there, if you having a problem with your wife, that's your wife. The apostles constantly tell brothers that. We ain't gonna give you no advice on your relationship. You a grown ass man. You don't know how to fix a problem. It's because you too involved in that shit. You got them damn women thinking, you done invited her in. She ain't even ready. She's not ready, man. Don't tell these women what you're involved in. You're being stupid, man. This is Colossians 4 and 5.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna get some precepts. But the whole camp shouldn't know all your personal business about you and your woman and things like that. Okay. So this just advice for younger brothers. All right. So this first Peter 4 and 15. 1 Peter 4 and 15. It says, but let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, as a busybody in other men's matters. Okay. All right. So you don't want to be either or. All right. You don't want to be that guy that's and the elder said it in the video, that messy shit. You don't want to be all caught up and in between other brothers' personal relationship, and neither do you want to be that brother that's just running his mouth and telling all his personal, relationship with his woman, to brothers and things like that, because it's none of our business. All right, so let's get another precept, because you do have instances where brothers, we trust one another, and you might share some some information. It's an apocrypha. Will not bear with me. Ecclesiastes. If thou hast heard a word, bear with me. Here you go. So this is very important. This is very important, So we're gonna start at this, and if I ain't read this chapter, and I need to reread this whole chapter, but I ain't read it in like a year or so. But this is a beautiful chapter, okay? And it gets into all every single issue or problem that's in this world can be solved through the scriptures, the Bible. All right. Which the Bible is what? It's a book of life, okay, on how to live. So I'm gonna start at 7. I ain't gonna get too much in this chapter, okay. But it's a beautiful chapter, especially dealing with your friends and things like that, or your brothers. But this Ecclesiasticus 19:7, it says, rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse. You see? And a lot of guys get kicked out of the truth for that. Something so simple, something so easy to avoid. And it may not seem like a big deal to you. It may not seem like it's that big of a deal. But guess what? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is watching. Okay? And the Lord is not playing around. The Lord kicking people out the truth for different for anything, for different reasons. Okay? Obviously that's that's going against his will, and that goes against this truth. All right. So it says, rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse, whether it be to friend or foe, friend or enemy, talk not of other men's lives. And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. Okay? So the scriptures got explicit. It say whether it be to friend or foe, a foe is your enemy. Okay? All right. And you see that at jobs. You'll see say you got a coworker, that he's not cool with you and you're not cool with him. But he would still try to come to you and talk about somebody else that work at the job that he don't like. But he'll try to come talk shit to you and run his mouth about that other person. You walk off from him. All right? Don't be around that mess of shit. All right? And two-thirds love mess. All right? I see it all the time. At my job, they just talk about each other all fucking day. All right? So it says, whether it be to friend or foe, talk not of other men's lives, and if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee. You see? If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee, and be bold, it will not burst thee. A fool traveleth with a word as a woman in labor of a child. Okay? Meaning, a fool, they have to say something, you know what I'm saying? Whatever secret or whatever you told them is burning inside of them, so they have to tell somebody. is, a fool traveleth with a word as a woman in labor of a child, as an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly, in his mind. All right. And I got a cousin like that. I got a cousin like that. All he do is talk about somebody. All right. That's all. Either and he got no sense. He'll be talking about his own baby mamas. You know, um, to me, like I give a fuck. All right. So we got to learn, study to show ourselves approved. All right, building up ourselves on our most holy faith. Okay, and live according to these scriptures. All right, and stay away from these type of, those type of people, and don't become those type of people. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. And I'm going to give verse 19. All right. 19 and 20, because this is the point I made earlier about the Bible being a book of life, being the book of life. Okay. So the Bible, it deals with all type of problems and issues you'll ever deal with in this world. All right. It gives you the spiritual and the righteous way to deal with everything. Okay. So this Ecclesiasticus 19 and 19. The knowledge, I'm going to start at 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtained of his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. Okay? All right. So we perform these scriptures, these precepts. All right. To the best of our ability, we apply them to our life and live according to it. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to pretty much say. Lord willing, that was edifying. Okay. Want to end it and give all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Harakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honest and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same, teaching the same. Shalom.